Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Sohum and today I'll be checking out King's X for the very first time. The song we'll check out is We Were Born to Be Loved. Now, there's many reasons for me to be excited for this reaction. The first one is apparently one of the members of Pearl Jam touted this band as being the inventors of grunge, which is absolutely insane to me. And now this is coming from somebody who only in the last year and a half of my reaction channel really discovered grunge, started listening to Pearl Jam, Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, but my knowledge is still rather limited, so to now know that there is an inventor of grunge and it is in the form of King's X, I'm very excited to hear from them. And also apparently they are technical masters as well as being rhythmic savants. They love to change time signatures, and I'll do my best in this reaction to follow along, but as you know, with progressive music, it's a very tall order sometimes. Either way, I'm excited to check this out today. Before jumping in though, a massive thank you to Brian the Resourceful for making this donation request. Thank you, Brian. And now, let's jump in. Dude, the rhythm's already wild. It feels 10/8 with two extra rests. I think that's the riff, right? Let's just listen back. It feels like before the stop there are 10 distinct notes, which makes me feel like it's 10/8, but then it also makes me feel like it could be 12/8 with a two beat rest. I see why it's already complicated. I may give up on the time signature talk.
I could shout from a rooftop how I really feel. Do you really want to know? Do you really?
Okay, I'm forgetting everything. I'm not talking about rhythm at all at this point. I'm just going to enjoy.
Do you really want to know? Do you really care? I could silently scream so you never hear. Somebody's rise above you. We were born to be loved. How the screaming changes when the meaning hits your ears.
Bro, Brian, you are not kidding. This is hard.
How the screaming changes when the meaning hits your ears. Do you really wanna know? Can you count the reasons why we have so many fears? Somebody said lies rise above you. We were born to be loved.
Are these two singers or one? It sounds like one singer tracked multiple times.
We were born to be loved. Somebody said lies rise above you. We were born to be loved. A big heart, lonely eyes, and tell us where you're going. Don't you realize? Stop playing and bottle up inside. 'Cause all you wanted was love.
It's like metal funk.
Do you remember how well nobody cared? It was love with everybody there. We took a chance. We got out of there. 'Cause all we wanted was love. The mouth of the fool, a whip on his back. We got the scars to prove. A broken heart, a master of fact. If he knows how to use it. Happy endings are not just for TV. Broken heart. Don't lose one piece of the puzzle. And the Beatles said all you need is love.
Why does it sort of feel... Okay, this riff is super catchy, but why does it sort of feel like the riff, when it's played multiple times in the same sequence, it gets extended, that gap between the notes. Do-ba-doon-doon, It feels like it's getting just a hair longer.
Happy endings are not just for TV, broken hearts. Don't lose one piece of the puzzle. And the Beatles said all you need is love.
Oh, that's different.
I could point the finger, but there's too much inside here. Somebody said, we were born to be loved. Somebody said, we were born to be loved.
Oh, that's a cool. Oh. Oh. Dude, I'm going crazy. I think I'm right that it's getting longer. I feel like the last two times I've heard that little gap, I must be crazy. What? Bum, bum. Bum, bum. That's longer. That one's longer. Yeah, that's different. Okay. Now they're just toying with me. Back to the... Bum, bum. Bum, bum.
I get the bridge, y'all.
Wow. I'm sorry. It is so chaotic. It's hard to like put into words all of the different moments that like stuck out to me rhythmically because there's so much happening, right? That well, like in terms of like the different elements I'm picking up on, there's like space is a big one. You increase the space between the notes in the riff that you are hearing the same notes, but they're just extended in ways that you don't expect. Either the measure is getting longer and the rest time increases, or you kind of fall into the notes and then you speed up on the way out onto another riff. And then the space between the new riff elongates, and it's just this like constantly like moving target in terms of trying to find the one in my mind, especially in that last section where the space was the main element that was getting manipulated repeatedly. Earlier on in the song, maybe like the first 3.5 minutes, even though the time signatures were changing pretty much from section to section without fail, the sections were distinct enough that I could at least like mentally like map this as, okay, this is section A, this is B, this is 2A, this is now 2B, and then I can at least fit it into that paradigm. But the end, that whole minute and a half to close us out is just, let us just play with the space, add some of these familiar elements from the past, but instead of doing it in a systematic way, which I think it is systematic, it's just not a system I yet understand, but it's like they cut and paste a lot of the riffs just at any odd interval you'd expect. Somewhat. I don't know, that may be too reductive of a way to describe it. But space was one of those elements. The speeding up and slowing down of the riffs were two other elements. There were some modifications to the melody because like the riffs, they weren't exactly played the same each time. Like sometimes we had some extra grace notes or leading tones, but for the most part, yeah, the melody remained the same. Yeah, this is King's X, very complicated rhythmically and very simple melodically, which I wasn't really expecting, because normally with prog they kind of go all in on all of the dimensions of the playing, and just see what kind of sticks. This feels more rhythmic than anything else, and the emphasis is on, if you're a drummer, like listen to this band to figure out what they're doing, and if you're a guitarist, listen to the catchy riffs that they're able to produce, and see where that takes you. But yeah, that was my first checkout of King's X. I hope you enjoyed my reaction. I'm definitely down to check out more. I think my brain is still trying to mentally process some of the rhythms here, but that's all I have for you today. If you enjoyed my reaction and would like to make a request, you can do so by clicking the first link in the description box below. But as always, my friends, have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care and peace.